Where's your brother?
Still in bed.
Avoiding me. Why didn't you tell me you were still seeing Katie?
I didn't know. I thought she dumped him. We all did.
Deserve Oscars, those two. Now there's a flaming baby on the way. I could weep for him, Robert, I really could.
It's not all that bad.
Oh, it couldn't be worse. It's not that I haven't tried. It's not been easy, trying to be mum and dad to the pair of you.
You've been great.
I'll try telling Brian that.
Well, this isn't your fault.
Then whose is it? I am going to be late for work. Tell your brother, it doesn't matter how long he stays in his bed, this is one problem that isn't going to go away.
In case you hadn't noticed, Chris, we don't hide mad women in attics any longer.
Zoe isn't mad. She's had a breakdown.
She needs professional help.
She needs quiet, rest and time to get better. Morning.
Can I get you something to eat, though?
How are you feeling?
Why'd you ask?
What I meant was, are you feeling any better?
I'm fine. Fine, thank you.
Oh, well, she's really going to sleep this one off, isn't she? You know something, Chris? You better get her to a clinic and fast.
If she doesn't want it...
Look at her! She ain't got a clue what she wants at the moment.
And that's your professional opinion, is it?
Bacon sandwich on white, and I put an extra rasher in.
I'm not sure if my pension stretches to extra rashers.
There's no charge, and there won't be, as long as Betty keeps pulling in the punters.
Very generous of you, love.
But she's not always riveting viewing now, is she?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I do, so here's the deal. More on-screen Betty action, more movement, more for the punters to watch, and you might find that I stretch to free lunches as well.
How's he gone?
Look, Dad's dead upset. You've done his head in this time.
Well, it's his own fault. He was one who didn't take us seriously.
I can't believe you've been so stupid.
You've never been in love, have you?
Look, we've had years of it at school, how not to get girls pregnant.
She's having our baby. It's what normal people do.
Yeah, but not at our age.
Why not?
Because kids drag you down. You're going to end up stuck here and skint for the rest of your life.
As long as I can get by, I'll be happy. Now I've got Katie and our baby. It's everything. Everything I've ever wanted. I am happy, Robert. I'm the happiest I've ever been.
I better go before the shops get busy. Try not to miss me too much.
Trying to spend all our cash. I mean it, Tricia.
Only the essentials, I promise. See ya.
See ya.
Just don't learn, do you know? Tricia and money are diametrically opposed.
I know, she's like a magnet in reverse. All precious metals repelled immediately.
She's gone shopping.
I'm afraid so.
I cancelled lunch with Ray for her. I swapped shifts after she gave me some sob story about visiting some old woman.
I'm so... Old woman? Did she mention which particular old woman?
I don't know, some old lady who lives in a home in Connaughton. I thought you would have known about it.
Oh, I do. Suddenly everything's crystal clear.
It's a bit loud, isn't it? Is there anything you want to do today? I thought we could go out, have a spot of lunch.
No. I want to stay here, thank you.
Chris, even you can't think that's normal.
Just give her time. She'll come round when she's ready.
I don't know who that is in there, but it's not Zoe.
Morning.
Hiya, son.
You're not due for another half hour.
Yeah, well, I thought there'd be plenty to do. I mean, there always is after a couple of days off.
Oh, I don't know how we ever managed to scratch around the pigsty without you.
I'll tell you what, Sin. You make a start in the kitchen this morning, yeah?
Oh, I just put my foot in it.
No, it's Chris's morning face, that's all.
Don't mind me, madame.
don't have to tell me what's going on in there.
Astound me.
And Zoe. They're at it again.
You've got nothing before that? Only with Dr. Stanchek?
No way, I'm not seeing a man.
Then we'll take the appointment with the lady doctor next week, thanks.
Dad, I don't see why I have to go. I'm not ill.
Well, for starters, they'll be able to confirm that you're actually pregnant.
How many times? I did a test.
It's what you do when you're expecting. They need to know. Put you on hospital lists for scans, that sort of thing. If I'd only known what you and that lab were up to.
You'd have had him shot or something.
Do you realise how serious this is?
Of course I do. And so does Andy. That's the point. We're soulmates.
You don't know what the word means.
How can you be so down on him? I'm proud that Annie's a decent person who's going to be a decent dad to our child. Right, he's got to meet Mum, so I'll give her a ring this afternoon.
Yeah, no, there's no need. Not just yet. Give me a chance to get my head round this first. Then we'll deal with your mother.
Not quite the lunch I anticipated.
Yeah, well, you got Tricia and her overactive imagination to thank for that.
Something I want to discuss with you.
I'm here. You're here.
While I'm away, how would you like to look after Poland?
I'm afraid I won't be here.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought while you're living it up on your grand tour of Europe...
On my trip abroad on business, you mean?
I'd catch up with a few mates.
All right, a few mates.
Yeah, some of the gang I used to work with.
Yeah? Boy gang or girl gang?
Both. We go back a long way. It's going to be a riot.
Don't mind me. I'll just get on. You know, keep out of Chris's hair.
Cynthia! You don't need to do in here, it's fine.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine, she's fine, yeah.
I don't get this. Jack's just gone home and Brian's called in sick.
Oh, you won't know, will you? It all kicked off yesterday.
Oh, I don't pay you to gossip. You wanted to see me? Yeah. Can you sort out Zoe's cottage? It's a disgrace. Sure. You can buy what you need out of this. No need to go to Cynthia. Right. Oh, I thought I'd better tell you. There's talk in the village about Zoe. I knew we weren't going to get away with it. It's that she and Charity have started again. Thank God. Well, the more they fantasise about orgies up at the big house, the less they're saying about Zoe and her illness. So what do I say if I must? Well, she's a bit run down and taking some time off. That's all there is to it.
So how's your dad taking it? Looking forward to being a granddad?
He's all right.
And Andy, but he's thrilled to bits.
Dunno.
We've got a special on next door. Free drink for any ideas for Betty World.
Maybe. She has got a bit quiet recently.
Oh, so would you prefer it if there was a little more action?
I would if she was Kylie Minogue.
Say if we set up another camera in the bedroom, for example.
No way. That's sick.
Betty, camera, bedroom in the same sentence. What on earth is going on?
Hello? Trying to give me an heart attack?
The door was open. I thought Zoe might be back.
No, just me. Sorry.
She was living like this?
Looks like it.
I didn't realise she deteriorated so badly.
Don't know how she did it. Poor lass.
Where is she now?
She's at home farm with Chris.
He's making sure she's getting proper help.
She's seen a doctor.
And that's it? He hasn't mentioned hospital, psychiatric care?
Not to me. Well, she's just tired. She'll be fine after the rest. Back up there with Chris.
It's only a bit of harmless fun.
I'll be the judge of that, thank you.
Come on, Betty, love. Let's be having you.
You vile man. You disgusting, immoral, venal deviant.
Hang on a minute.
How would you like the whole world to be gawping at your private business?
Betty hasn't done anything to be ashamed of.
It's entertainment. Look how many people are watching.
My customers love her.
You are just one step away from those sad men in raincoats who stare through women's bedroom windows.
We're not looking at women. We're looking at Betty.
People come in here expecting to see Betty. It's part of the cafe experience.
Either you put a stop to this ritual humiliation, or I will tell Betty myself.
Hello, babes. Meet my new friend Edith. Hello, dear.
Nice to meet you, Edith. A word, please, Tricia. Successful shopping trip, darling. Oh, yes. I see they're doing a special offer on strange old ladies this morning.
I wasn't going to tell you, but I went to see her in the nursing home.
I know you did.
You know?
If you're going to lie, Tricia, at least learn to do it properly. You told Louise.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you went to see her in the nursing home, what the hell is she doing here?
Well, she wouldn't let me go, would she? She kept saying no one ever took her out because she'd come back here with me.
So you brought her here out of the goodness of your heart.
Well, I couldn't say no, could I? She's so sweet, Marlon. You gonna hang on to them plates all day?
So you're Patricia's young man.
Oh, yes. For me sins.
You're a lucky lad. She's a lovely girl. My granddaughter, isn't she?
She's so lonely in that horrible place, Marlon. You should see it's full of old people and it smells funny.
One drink and you're taken aback where you found her.
The sweet sherry's not going to do her no harm, surely.
Calling a geriatric out of her home, robbing her of a pension. You're at an all-time low here, Patricia.
Well, I can't help it if she thinks she's my granny.
She's off a rocker. You're taking advantage.
She's taking advantage of me. She made me bring her out.
Promise me this has nothing to do with the house.
Nothing, honest. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Look, Ashley, Zoe's asleep and she needs a rest. I really don't want to wake her.
It's you I need to talk to. Both of you. I have had some experience of dealing with mental illness.
Zoe's not mentally ill.
No, of course not. But it's hardly surprising she's broken down. These last few years have been one trauma after another for her.
She's been working too hard.
It must go deeper than that. I don't think she ever got over that business with Liam.
I managed it.
You didn't take her life. She should have had counselling at the time. But she just locked it away and got on with her life.
Yeah, well, that's what Zoe does, isn't it, Chris?
If she hadn't tried to cope alone, she might never have got into this state.
As with everything, Vicar, it's easy to say with hindsight.
Yeah, 'cause me and Marlon only live up the road.
Next time I can come round for tea.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Wouldn't it, Marlon?
I couldn't think of anything nicer, Grandma.
Seth Armstrong?
Edith.
The years you've been propping up that bar, you should have taken root.
So I sat there and I thought, right, Jack might be my boss, but he's a decent sort of a bloke. He'll give me a ring.
Yeah, I was going to. Just don't know what there is to talk about.
Well, you could start by explaining to me how my little girl's pregnant by that lout of yours.
I know you're angry. I'm furious myself, but slinging insults isn't going to help.
I should have got the law involved when I first caught him with his filthy hands all over her.
And what good would that have done?
Kept him away from her, seeing as you haven't been able to manage it.
You know what it's like at their age. If you want to do it, you find a way.
He's brainwashed her. She's a bright girl. Why else would she want to ruin her life by having his baby?
Because something we've done has made them so flaming miserable they feel the need to start their own family at 16. That's what.
Please, give me a chance to talk to her.
Yeah, I mean, she might just listen to you, eh?
I have no intention of forcing her into any treatment without her consent.
I know it's difficult to accept that a loved one isn't capable of making that sort of decision.
Zoe is in the best possible place with her family. We will look after her, whether you approve or not. Now, was there anything else, Vicar?
I had to wait till he'd gone.
I miss you so much.
I miss you. It was tough last night, knowing that your dad was going spare, not being able to protect you.
It was awful, Andy. I've hurt him so much.
Well, it's just because we've proved them wrong. We've showed them how strong we still are.
Well, how about your dad?
He'll get over it, like your dad will.
We'll have to once the baby comes.
We belong to each other, and they're never going to split us up.
I love you.
I love you. Both of you.
You used to live in Woodside Cottage, didn't you?
Sure a bunny lass in them days.
Oh, I can see that.
And your dad, Albert, looked after him for years, didn't you?
In Woodside Cottage?
And how he lingered. God rest his soul.
And there was your sister, Elsie.
I'm on my own now. The last of the line. I was born in that house.
Woodside Cottage?
And I hoped that's where I'd breathe my last.
Would that be in Woodside Cottage, Granny?
But sadly, it's not to be.
Oh, we'll just have to manage. Though God knows how.
It might not come to that.
Are you saying she should get rid of it?
They're far too young. They've got nowhere to live. Nothing to live on.
We're talking about a new life, not some sort of inconvenience.
I know. I know.
A baby. My first grandchild. Your first grandchild.
I wish it hadn't come to this. But I don't want her shackled to him. To here. I want her to have a life of her own.
By ending another.
What else is there to do?
But she could have the baby. Have it adopted.
And spend the rest of her life wondering whether she did the right thing, wondering where her kid is.
All right, so let's just dispose of it before it gets to be a problem.
It's no good us falling out. We've got to stick together on this or we'll never get anywhere. Are we agreed that she can't have this baby?
But an abortion. What's that going to do to her? Could mess her up for the rest of her life.
She'll be messed up worse if she has it. If she's going to get this sorted, she's going to have to do it now.
I'll back you up. If that's what you think's best for her.
Best for both of them. Right. Let's get this over with.
And you're letting her loose in London with that lot? You're a brave man.
I'm sure I can trust her.
Of course you can. We go back ages. Look, here's us at one of our beach parties. That's Dave and Robin, and this is what used to be our local beach.
And you left all that for this? You must want your head examining.
I'm not going anywhere.
I just think, well, that is, Jack and I think, it would be easier if we talked to Katie on her own.
No way. If it's about us, then Andy stays.
Right, well, me and Brian have been talking.
You wanted to show us how serious you are about each other. Well, now Katie's pregnant, consider us shown.
Have you thought how you're going to manage with a baby?
Well, don't patronise us. Other people do it all the time.
Other people have partners, homes, jobs.
Andy is my partner. We're in this together.
What are you planning to live on?
I'll find somewhere.
What about your education? You're doing so well at school. You don't get anywhere these days without exams.
Dad, I can take the baby to school. I can do work at home, can't I?
We know it might be a struggle at first, but we'll manage.
What I'm trying to say is, you've got the rest of your life to have babies. You do have a choice. You've got options. It doesn't have to be like this now.
Dad, what are you on about?
Even you must realise you're not exactly in an ideal situation. So I think, well, that is, Jack and I think, It might be best for the both of you if you thought about...
What Brian was going to say was, we think you should consider a termination.
How low can you get?
You don't seriously mean that, do you?
I'm sorry, love.
Your taxi's here, Edie. Let me give you a hand outside.
It's been so lovely to see you.
I've enjoyed myself so much. It's a shame I have to go back to that place.
You can come and see us again if you like. Can't she, Marlon?
Of course she can. Any time.
Oh, thank you, dear. What about tomorrow?
Oh, lovely. I could take you up to see Woodside Cottage.
Ooh, you can come too if you like.
Oh, thank you, Granny. You don't mind if I call you Granny, do you? We're practically family after all. I think I'll leave you and your granddaughter to it. Share some quality time.
She's my granddaughter. I'm Vera Lynn. I had to pretend we were related so they'd let me out of Happy Valley.
Oh, we thought you were off your rocker.
Oh, I may be old, but I've still got a full complement of marbles. Now, Patricia, would you see me to my taxi?
There's no way you can force me to have an abortion.
We're only asking you to take responsibility for the mess you've got yourselves into.
By killing my baby?
Katie and our baby is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And you want to take it away?
I just want you to see sense.
Mum would have been happy for us. She'd have realised what it meant.
Yes, but she's not here, is she? And if she was, I could put money on the fact that this would have been the last thing she'd have wanted.
You've both got to try and think long term. Look what happened to me and your mother.
Oh, so she'd have me terminated and you'd have lived happily ever after, eh?
You know that's not what I meant.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for having been born, Dad, and ruining your life.
You know I love you. I think the world of you.
Then respect me and what I want. I love Andy and he loves me, and we're going to have this baby whether you like it or not.